14th of July, Rabbi Levitt, Gemora.
Yeah, so I had the temerity to try to continue where we left off from the last time we learned it, which was a few days ago, and it just didn't go at all. So I think the thing to do would be to go back to Amalei Abaye, so we could see what it is that is being said to Abaye over here, and then maybe we'll have a chance to understand what Abaye is answering back to what was said to him. And so maybe let's try from Amalei Abaye. This is a few lines up from where we just tried now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 lines up from the bottom of the Amud.
We're on Vav Amud Beis.
Vav Amud Beis, yeah. Yeah, so, right. Yeah. Right. Yeah, we were, yeah. Yeah, and this is talking about the case of the suffix tle. Was the chamor really a bechor or not? If it was, so then the tle belongs to the Kohen. If it wasn't, so then it remains with the Yisrael. In any case, it says it can go and be counted as part of the Ma'aser Behema. Okay, so we said from there that there's a raya that Kohen doesn't have any chelik in the tle, and now they're saying back to Abaye it's not a raya. Okay, so Amalei Abaye, what is the? Let's see what they say back to Abaye that his case is not a raya. Mm-hmm. Oh boy, Phew. This is okay. I'm just trying to understand things over here. Anyway, let's just read the words, right? That's the main thing to do. Amalei Abaye.
Alan should be trying to connect.
Okay, we'll look for him.
I got an email from him that he's asking me what page are we on.
Uh-huh. Wow. Okay.
I'm sending him a link, Emir Hashem.
Okay. Yeah, Roy had to leave. Roy said he had to excuse himself. He had to lie down. Sunday morning.
Okay, I sent him a link.
Okay, good. Tiskul mitzvahs. Okay, so let's see what we can do over here and trying to understand something. Amalei Abaye. Got 11 lines up in the middle of the line. First word of the line is b'mamono. Lou, you want to read for us?
Okay, no problem. Amalei Abaye. Abaye said to Rav Hanania, mishum ha, if because of this, or on the basis of this, lo to cite a Lamar, you cannot support the position of master, i.e. Rava, askinon. I'm sorry, Hacha b'may askinon. Here, what are we dealing with? Kigon slay tisha v'hu. For example, that there is not for him. There is only nine lambs. He only has 9 lambs. Duma nafshach.
Bahu. And here comes Alan. Tesha Bahu. 9 lambs and him, meaning this suffix.
Dema nafshach. Because, however you want to view it, E bar chiyuva hu, if he is obligated to tithe the lambs, shapir ka me'eser. It's proper for him that he's tithing.
If this Yisrael is obligated in the midst of Ma'aser Behema based upon the animals that are in front of him, and that would be if we say that this suffix was really not needed for the pigeon, and therefore it remains owned by in the possession of the Yisrael, and therefore he's got 10 animals. Then, and if he's going to do the Ma'aser Behema with them and make one of them will be Kodesh, then the other 9 will be now exempt from their from the tithing Shaper Kov Maser. So then he did a proper Maisering of his 10 behemoths, that because all 10 of them belonged to him. He was chayav in the mitzvah of Ma'aser Behema, and accordingly, the 9 were exempted by the 10th one being the Ma'aser Behema animal. And that's on the tzad that this suffix was not really needed for the pigeon, and therefore the person, the Yisrael, that was the owner of the 10 animals, is actually obligated in Ma'aser Behema because he actually has 10 animals that belong to him. Okay.
Elav.
That's the first. Yeah. The Elav, Bar Chiyuvahu.
And if he's not obligated, Tisha Lav Bar Isure Ninahu. 9 are not subject to being tithes.
So if he's not a bar chiyuva, he's not chayav in Ma'aser Behema over here. Why would it be that he's not chayav in Ma'aser Behema? Because if the donkey would in fact have been a bechor, it is a bechor, and therefore the tleh was needed to do the pigeon for the mitzvah petach hamor. And so in that case, that animal that did the redemption now gets the kedusha, so to speak, of the donkey, and now it also, in terms of its ownership, it's now shaykh to the Kohen. So it's now the moment of the Kohen. It's no longer the moment of the Yisrael, because that's what happens in the process of the pigeon. And so that means that the Israel is not a bar chiyuva because he only has 9 animals, because this animal doesn't belong to him, it belongs to the Kohen. And so if so there was no Meiser Behema that happened. So that's what we mean when we say Tesha Lav Bar Asuri Ninu. The 9 animals that are his are Lav Bar Asure Ninhu. We had trouble with that expression. What is the Gemora telling us? They're not if you want to know the exact translation of those words, Lav Bar Asuri Ninhu, that group of animals, of 9 animals, it doesn't mean that they're not 10 animals. It means that they're not, when we say Asuri, we're talking about the chiyuv in Meiser Behema. Those 9 animals have no chiyuv of Meisering. It would have been more clear if the Gemara, I think, would have said they're not a bar chiyuva of the chiyuv of Meiser Behema. But that's the way the Gemara puts it. They're not bar sure. So okay. So, but at the end of the day, so therefore, what? If there was no Meiser Behema that took place, so then we said like this. We said, so therefore there is no. What was the Gemora's problem originally? That we were saying, oh, you're gonna do a meisering of the 9 animals and pater them from their chiyuv to have meiser behema with 1 animal, which is a suffix, which it's a suffix whether it belongs to the Israel. So we're saying no, there's no problem with that. If the animal belongs to Israel, so then it was a good meisering, and if the animal doesn't belong to the Israel, so then nothing took place. So it's the concern that if there's going to be a meiser with a meisering of the animals without 10 is not a concern. Then nothing happened. I guess we're not. We don't really know. What we don't really know whether the animal is a suffix, or we don't really know who the animal is owned by or not. So, practically speaking, he's going to have to regard those 9 animals as not being meisered, I would think. The Gemara's answer to me is a bit difficult. Because he doesn't know whether they're with those animals underwent a proper meisering or not, and that's the problem. But okay. Okay. In any case, let's see what so in any case, what they're saying is that it's not a problem. Okay, so let's see the next step. Let's see if with that we can now understand what Abaye is saying. Hadar Amar Abaye.
Okay. Hadar Amar Abaye. Lav Milsa He de Amre. Abaye said, what I said is wrong. Disfeka Lav Bar Isure He. An animal that it's in doubt is not does not cause an obligation. Is not subject to tithing.
Okay.
Should I continue or you want to discuss that?
Yeah, maybe. Well, let's see. We have a Rashi over here. We'll read the Rashis. We have actually, if we want to go back to uh, the Omerle Abaya, we also have Rashi's. Let's decide where we're going to start reading the Rashi from over here. Um, um, Im Bar Chiyuva. Who? See where that is? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 lines down in the lines between the narrow lines and the wide lines, like the middle group of lines. In Bar Chiyuva who
Shepidion ze shel Kohen. This is the redemption of a Kohen. Lo Peter. I'm not sure that's what we're doing now. Lo Peter.
Bar Chiyuva who.
Yeah, that's what I said, but it's not really. I don't know if this has to do with
You're in the
redemption of Kohen.
You're in the wrong place. It should be E.
That's in the middle lines, not the wide lines in the bottom. There's another Ibn Lav Chiyuva 2 on the bottom. So I'm not sure which one you want.
The one that up in the middle of the medium lines.
Right, there was Imla Bar Chiyuva. It's just Shepidion.
Oh, the one before that one. The one before that one.
Wait a second.
Yeah.
Bar if he is Chayiv,
Yeah.
Lo Have Gavra, this man is not a Bar Chiyuva. Sorry, for the 10th, Shepidion, because this redemption, Lav Pidion Peter, Chamo. This is not like the opening of a womb thing, Shlo. It's not the same case. Who? Hariyeh Shlo, because there is to him 10 sheep there. The Chayev Asram, he is he's Chayev to have Masa. Shapir Kamaser, that counts that is counted as Meiser.
Shapir, yeah. Okay, so this is the statement that Abaya said. If the person is a bar chiyuva, if the Israel is chayav to do the ma'asrin because this 10th one belongs to him because it was not needed for pidyon, so then there was a proper shapir kamaiser. Shapir kamaiser, he did a proper ma'asrin of his behemoths because he did have in fact 10 behemoths that needed to be meisered, and they all belonged to him. And so there was a good meisering. And if that's what the situation was, then that's what happened. And then on the other hand, Ilav bar chiyuvahu, the next Rashi, Ilav bar chiyuvahu, if he's not
Shepidion Shezeh Shel Kohen, this redemption of the Kohen's, Lo Peter, it is not a Peter, it's not the opening, Lay, Midei,
Lo Peter,
Teisha,
9,
Lav B'nei Asar Nino, because 9 aren't considered are not considered a whatchamacallit, are not considered a Maisa. You have to have 10 for a Maisa. And 9 is not good enough.
Right, right. So therefore, Rashi says lo patur le midi. He didn't exempt any of these animals from the obligation of the tithing of Ma'aser Behema because they didn't have 10. Yeah. Hmm. Okay. Okay. Okay, so that's what Abaye said originally. He said this Maman of Shach. Either way you look at it, if you look at it like this, you look at it like that, so then there's no support from this case. We don't have any support from this case. So then Abaye says he comes back subsequent to that, and he's choser. He takes it back. He says lav mil sahid amre. It's not like I said. Basically, he's saying my words were not correct. Let's see what Rashi has to say about this. Lav milsa hu de amre.
Lav milsa, these words aren't the amre to be said, or aren't lav milsa or like the amre. These words, what I said is not shouldn't be said. Devadai, surely sayata, it's a support lamar for this for the person. The he who lech zchui, if he's not the he no the he who tzad zchui, it's a side for exempting him the kohen to give benefits to the kohen. They tisafek, it's a doubt that ishkacha, you find the kol hanivis telling these sheep a suffix. It's all doubtful. If the chayivim, if they be chayiv and meiser, suffix ain't chayivim b'seicha, and it's doubtful if they're not a chayiv from a doubt. Lo have you wouldn't need asru to make meiser of them. Kid amarta, like we said, asuri in the meiser. Either way, the call suffix, all doubts are chayiv. Suffix pater, it's a suffix if he's pater. It's a suffix if he's pater, or suffix if he's chayiv. Lav b'nei sorry, it's not considered that it is a. We don't know if it's requirement of him to be a meiser on it. But even here, the ichel, the name there is to say Mamashev, either way, in any case.
I don't get this. Saveh chayev, saveh pater. What does that mean?
Yeah, what does it mean? It's a good question. What does it mean? Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out if he had 10 or not. If it was the 10th, it wasn't the 10th. If it was the 10th, he's chayiv. If it wasn't the 10th, he's not chayiv. So we really don't know. It's a doubtful situation.
Well, the first thing he says, he's saying what I said originally is not correct. Meaning to say that vadai siyata he lamar. This case with the meisering of the behemoths is definitely a support for Mar, and said we identified Mar as Rabbah, and Rabbah was the one who. What did Rabbah originally say? What did Rabbah originally say? You have to remember the whole thread over here. let's leave that out for a second because we want to just see what Rashi is talking about. It's a support for Rabbah, whatever it is that Rabbah said. But what he's saying over here is that the habit sad zechil kohen be sufik v'ishtakach the kol hani tloim sufik chayavim b'maisu sufik ein chayavim misfek lo habit sorik lasrinu. He's saying that we have to entertain the fact that there's a suffix over here, whether there's a chiyuv or not. That's the reality, and that reality itself can't be dismissed by saying, well, if it's like this, then like that. Then if it's like that, it's like that. No problem. No, the fact that it's a suffix means that there's no obligation in Meiser. There's definitely no obligation, and you can't get out of it through a Maman of Shach. And that's what he's going to say that's what he's going to bring support for from the Mishnah. Kol safek chayev safek pater lav b'nei asuri ninu. This is what Abai is saying. There's definitely no suffix as the following Mishnah is gonna show us. Even if you could say this Maman Shach that I said before, it's to no avail. It doesn't help at all. But that's what he's going to say right now. We're going to read this Mishnah. You see from this Mishnah that he's going to quote that the minute there's a suffix, then the whole thing is finished. There's no longer any mitzvah. The mitzvah is only if you know for sure that you got 10 that have not been meisered, and if you don't have 10 that have not been meisered, so then because you have a doubt, we have some type of a doubt whether you got 10 that belong to you, whether you have 10 that were not meisered before, whatever the doubt is going to be. So then there's no chiyuv. Now the problem that we have is because we're not holding in the cheshbon properly to know why this is a support for Rabbah. Our whole foundation of understanding of this sugi over here is sorely lacking, admittedly. Yeah. Okay. So let's see. It's 12:30 already. So
on that note,
we're saved by the bell.
Thank you, Rabbi.
Okay.
Okay, take care.
All the best.
Bye-bye.
I see Alan was in, but he closed himself. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened with him. He sent me a bunch of emails asking me what page we're on and so on, and I responded. So I'm not sure what's happening.
Yeah, I saw he wanted to be admitted, so I admitted him, and now I see that he's got a red mic and a red screen.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Take care.
All the best.